Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Frostpunk and my little run on the Canyons map. Today, for this episode, we are in the storm. It has just run into us and we've got 2 days to endure before the temperature starts to rise, though it'll only go up by 1. Problem is, of course, I mentioned this last time, if we want to get everything running full effect, we need to run the overdrive. The problem is the overdrive lasts 24 hours and we've got a day and a half left, but since it's the middle of the day, I'm leaving it off right now. I'll fire it during the night to try and preserve it, because, you know, if we try to heat for the 2 days and we blow up the generator, then what's the point, really? Though, of course, we do actually still have an issue with coal and such. And there's actually another issue which I didn't mention last time because I only spotted it right after the end of the last episode, and that's the fact we are also about to lose steel production. Yes, I know, our steel production is actually from an infinite source. The problem is, it's cold. There's no coverage from a steam hub, and even if there was, I would not be willing to spend the steam hub's resources, the Hampshire coal drain, to just keep the steamworks running. So we are actually going to shut this down because we don't need people getting sick. That's the thing we're trying to avoid. So that leaves us 92 people currently staying at home in cold houses. Oh dear. At least during the day the houses are bringing some insulation, it seems, but since our coal reserves are a bit dicey, I'm actually going to double up here. We've got enough metal to do this at least, which is click and click. So that's that. We will provide a road there. This area, of course, is heated by the steam hub out here, so it's a short trip in the snow, but they can get out there and do some work on it. And I'll also get an extra coal thumper, because since they're base model coal thumpers, we didn't quite have time to get the steam version. We can just slap these up for like 15 wood, and we have enough wood to slap down an extra setup here as well. So, you know, this will help ensure it, and it will help keep people out of the actual cold houses as well during the day, which I don't know if that's a risk for them or not, but it probably is, knowing this game. But it does get them out and about, and it will help shore up the city, which is useful. That said, I'm not seeing a massive jump in cold issues, so I think staying at home might be a slightly better than being out in a cold workplace, I guess. So, let's make the people unhappy and demand extra shifts off them, because that's what we do. But off they go. And yes, we'll also have to fire up the heating as well to make sure that they don't get sick. So there we go with those two. And yeah, there we go. This is going to be our state for today, I think. Seems to be stable. In fact, the number of sick people is going down. During the day, cold houses seems to be acceptable. But as soon as work shift ends, which is going to be imminent. There it goes. Right, now I'm going to fire the overdrive. Full power! Fear the power, feel the heat! Yes, the giant coal-fired generator is firing on all cylinders. Look at that, it's livable. In fact, that's being too generous. I'm being generous. Turn down the power. There we go. Sure, why not? Hey, it works. It spares some coal. It's chilly out, but that's okay. If I fire it up, that should get rid of a bit of discontent. A tiny bit of discontent. Not a massive amount, so actually I don't care about it. So yeah, you can have cold homes. It's not really affecting discontent overall that much, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. No problem. Okay, we need to sign a new law. I think we don't have anyone critically ill, so that's a waste. I will sign the cemetery law next. Sure, it'll be that, but it gives us a few days to build it, so we can build that after the storm's over. But look at that, big bump to hope. At least after death we'll be allowed to rest properly. Yep, you get to rest after death. That's all you get. Also, look at that. You know what? To try and get the number of sick people down, I will boost the temperature. I will be nice. During the night, you guys can actually have proper heating tonight. Okay? But because of that horn, I am going to shut off the overdrive. There we go. And yes, there is plenty to do, so get to it. Do I still have enough reserves, actually? Can I build the... I can. I can't run it. I can get it built, though. So at least that this thing will be waiting and ready. Might get a few more sick people, but that's okay. That is also our first steam core generator. Just use our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. Yep, they are an endgame resource. So that's okay. We get to mine trees though, so you know that's good. And I didn't see anyone getting sick from that, so that's also good. Most excellent. And we'll also go for the cheap and easy boost of Ceremonial Funerals. So the dead get a more fancy, more reverent funeral. And I think that does increase the amount of time it takes up for an actual funeral to happen. But the loss of hope caused by death is cut in half. So a cheap and easy thing as well. Fancy burials, who has time for that? Our dead ones deserve no less. So again, split opinion, but that's because things are kind of iffy. We're at time. Okay, right, yep, you guys can have warm housing tonight. There you go. Don't say the captain isn't generous. I'm only doing this just to get people out of the medical tents, really. But that is very much doing a lot better. But here we go. That wasn't too bad, actually. That storm actually passed really well. I had to pull in my horns a little bit, but not massively so. So, let's see what the new temperature balance is going to bring. +1. Which is actually another bit of bad luck, honestly, as far as the weather's concerned. And why do I say that? Normally, the temperature rise right after a storm, when the storm ends, actually fully removes the storm's effects. That's the normal way that happens. But this time we only got a partial removal. So that is actually kind of, yeah. Okay, housing is chilly, so we are actually just fine at level 2 without any overdrive boosting. You guys are dropped back to chilly, so I can shut you guys off as well. That's all good. You guys are livable, which means I can't shut you off. That's okay. You guys are also livable, so yep, goes down to cold. Right. So, now we have to deal with the fallout. No sickness. Managed to keep things warm enough to stop that. We massively expanded our coal operation. However, we need the workers back out of that coal operation now to go and, well, do other things. So, yeah, I mean, we need to get our food supply back operational. Getting our coal back on is also a good idea. So, let's do that. We need to get our tech firing up as well. So, just... This is honestly one of the forms of busy work this game did. Oh, I forgot to unassign you guys. Oh, well. This is a form of busy work this game throws at us. Unfortunately. Which can't be helped. And, oh no, I don't have the wood to actually send back out the scout teams. Hey, I forgot about that. Let's allow the production to... Let's get the sawmill up. We need wood. Also, I'm going to deploy people to here. Because, yes. Cold, yes. If I fire that, you go to cold. Actually, you are not operational right now, so... Nope. But I need to put people into the hunting huts. 20, 40, 60, 80... That's the minimum there. That's 100. Which applies 200 and something rations per day. Actually, that would provide 200 if I was doing base rations, which I'm not. 250, I think. Is that right? 20, 40, 45, 90, 180. Okay, so this one can operate on half. Actually, no, I want to build up reserves. Yeah, you go full. Okay, full. You are... I think you're not operational yet as well. Very cold, cold. No, I think you are operational, I think. Yes, you are operational. Good. So we can get steel at least. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to puzzle this out as we go because, as I said, it's like trying to get things back in operation again. And at the very least, the coal thumpers are working up flat out, so that's good. But we need the wood, unfortunately.
Work time. Get back to work.
Okay, right. So, I mentioned this previously, as in previously, like the series before this in Frostpunk, which was years ago. So yeah, there we go. Endless. How Endless works is the way it tries to provide challenge is a mutator kicks in after every storm, and that provides some kind of penalty / hazard / something goes wrong, that kind of thing. In this case, I'm actually okay. This temporary hazard, rotting roots. Weather change has overwhelmed the environmental controls of our hothouses. As a result, the roots of plants have rotted. Until they grow, the hothouses work at only 10% efficiency. And this will last until the next storm, basically. Thing is, though, I have no hothouses. This affects me not at all. And the game doesn't check to see if one of these hazards will actually directly affect the city before it implements them. So, yeah. It's completely random what happens, but at least I didn't get something like a hunted penalty or something like that, because those can be a bit of a pain. Or coal thumpers freezing up. Or, actually no, those two are the main ones right now. Hunting efficiency down, or coal thumpers freezing up. Because I rely on both of those right now. I'm also waiting for the people to get out here and build this darn steam sawmill so I can actually start getting people out there. Though actually, the temperature might not allow it. Healthcare insulation. Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't afford to get any more research going. I overspent my wood. In fact, it's a small thing, but let's go ahead and scrap this coal thumper. So yeah. I'll hang on to those gathering posts though. You're working, you're very cold. No, I can't use you until tomorrow. I think. Yeah, because steelworks are a bit hotter than these guys. Shameful. This is quite shameful, honestly. I'm a bit embarrassed by this. About the fact that I didn't quite plan well enough for this, but then again, that storm kind of caught me on the hop a bit too, so, you know. My bad. My bad. Not a lot I can do about it.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
It's all good though. It's all good. We're just fine. Oh, actually livable. I can shut down these guys. Save on some coal, which is 6 per hour, but that's okay. Look at that low number though. That lovely low number of people in the actual beings treated. Though it keeps flipping back up as well. That's not the best, but oh well. Oh my god. There's nothing I super want. I mean, Maybe House of Pleasure, get some... actually, I don't know if that's YouTube friendly, but Ladies of the Evening. Different name for that one. There you go, this channel is rated for adults because it's like a little bit random sometimes. Hopeful for slightly, but employ extra people in the public house, which will help to lower discontent. That's the only one I might have a potential use for right now. Though discontent is manageable, hope is okay. It's either that or I go and find out what guard stations are like. And there's the one I mentioned before, dueling law. The one that I never get just because sometimes people get killed. And I don't want the hassle of having to work the workforce after that happens, so yeah, kind of irritating. I guess let's pick up... the problem is I'd have to build a care house, but I don't need one flat out. I've been... Things have gone well in that regard. I just don't have anyone that's actually an amputee. In fact, I've not had anyone get critically ill yet either, so I've been managed to keep on top of that at least. House of Pleasure. Only one I can really get anything from, though it did knock both of those. Okay, temperature up. Good, we're at 50. Let's get this guy firing on all cylinders because we need... Oh, it could have been firing. I'm an idiot. It would have been working during the last day. Though the walkout would have been a risk because it is still a bit of a distance. But okay, that is now working. You are very cold, so you would not have been, but now you are. Need to turn you on. There we go. Yep, now you're chilling. I misread the temperatures. Jeez. Okay. And I think leave you fired, and I'll actually take the generator down a level. So there we go. Spraying some more cold. We'll be able to start pulling people off these guys soon, actually. In fact, we should probably do that now. Let's pull off... five of them. Pull off... three of them, so they'll continue to gather over there. And let's actually get this gathering post out here back up. Sure, it needs the heater going, but it will start depleting those coal piles, which will help. Well, it'll get things moving neatly at least, and we can at least get a new scout going out as well. So, a yellow flag, a stone ship, or an empty snow dune. Let's go for the yellow flag. Man-made, yes. Scout number 3, off you go. And there's the thing I mentioned about the scouts being renamed in the way they are. Unfortunate, but there it is. 5 people. No, it's not the people going out there. It is the... Yeah, that's a bit of a trek there. Okay. Ah, well, can't be helped. Coal bar depleted. Already? There's not much left over there, is there? Ah, well, let's hoover it up into storage. Let's actually shut this one off completely as well. Just so that... that harvesting outpost out there will deplete, and then we can actually scrap it. And we don't need to use it anymore. Also, I wasn't paying attention. The wood has just come storming in. Go and check out that stone ship. And we can get tech flying as well now. Okay, let's see. The infirmary is a good idea. Maybe we can afford to get mechanical calculators. I think I will... Let's look at the weather report. We're due for another level up, which will put us to -40. Then there is a couple of days calm weather due. So, nothing major weather-wise coming. Nothing major weather-wise. I mean, we are in the position where we can start getting automatons, which are a lovely thing. I always loved the automatons in this game. In fact, if things were going really well, I'd actually have automatons out before the first storm. So, you know, they are just so useful. Even the basic level ones before you start getting upgrades and things. I think what I will do is I will go... We don't need steam coal thumpers yet. I will go ahead and actually get level 3. So there we go. Boost that. Oh, that's burials. I forgot about that. We've got 6 hours left to do that one. We've got the wood. Let's throw one out there somewhere. And we will provide that here, right next to the tree mine. And yes, I am aware that that phrase is actually quite rare, but the tree mine is where the cemetery is going to be. Problem is, I just need to get people onto it, so I'll pull people out of there to go and build it at the very least. Look at the time ticking down. Oh, there it goes. Gathering post depletes. Yep, scrap it. Hey! We now have no need to go out that way at all. And it is glorious, is it not? Absolutely glorious. I just hope the people get the cemetery built up in the next few hours. There it goes. Right, okay, so, hey, I did what I said I would. You can trust me, people. I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Sometimes. Actually, since we're doing so well, I think I'll actually re-engage this steam hub here, which will actually bring the child shelters back into play. How many kids do we actually have? 40. Those down to 25. We're going to need more of them. Which one can go there? And I'll provide that road there. And that will actually use those to help boost everything else, so I don't mind spending a bit of coal there because we're fine for coal. We're okay for coal. I say, well, vaguely hoping against hope, because of course we are now completely dependent on the Thumper for our supplies. But that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. We've got it, we've got this, we've got this. Ooh, steel, wood, and... Nice. Only a little bit though. Take all that. And actually this is a good point to talk about something in the comments as well, which is relying on food from your scouts is something that can happen in this game. It is just like so unreliable, in my opinion, that it's not really worth trying for. It might save you in an emergency if your scouts happen to be carrying some food with them, but the issue is, first off, you've got to find the food, which in itself is not exactly an easy thing to do. It's because it's so random. Second thing is you've got to get it back to the city, which takes time. Though, of course, there is the fact that scouts go double speed if they're going between known points. Even if they haven't walked that particular route before, they go double speed if they know where they're going. So, there is that. The third thing, though, is quite often, actually, when a scout finds food supplies, it is in the form of raw food. So you have to have a cookhouse running as well. It's just not just like... it's very rarely they bring it back and then suddenly, hey, here you go. Go ahead and eat this. Oh, that's out of range? Oh, that sucks. Okay, scrap it. Scrap that kid's shelter. And move it over here instead. So there we go. Well, hey, we've got the extra heat though. We can save our coal even more. In fact, let's see. The only thing that I think will actually require support from the generators right now is the cookhouse. The cookhouse and the Thumper both require steam generator support. You do not. You are toasty. So yeah, 40 degrees, we can shut the generator off again. We can be cheeky and say, here you go, shut down. Ah, gotta love the brisk, warm, minus 40 degrees. But yeah, the cookhouse is going to shut down. So is the coal thumper. But if I fire the coal thumper up with its heater, I can actually shut off this steam hub completely as well. So we don't... Actually, no, we don't need to do that because it's off during the night anyway, so it's fine. And that'll shut down when the generator goes down. This place is too cold, so we need to fire it, but that's because it's got no insulation whatsoever. And that's all fine. I'll also spend some people into... Oh, we've only got 2 people left. I was going to say, hey, I'm going to get this Hunter's Hut working. Oh, yes, it's going to be glorious, yes. But no, not quite to be, sadly. We need more people.
Work time. Get back to work.
Which is one of the reasons why the scouts is kind of important. Oh, hilltop base. They're practically sitting on it. Wow, that is so close. Only 9 hours away. Hopefully that's people there. Well, one can hope. And we're getting tech level 3, so we can expand our generator radius again. Speaking of, there's tech level 3. Okay. Generator range boost, heater efficiency upgrade, which will -1 coal. Getting it back to that level, which is useful, but honestly the heaters are not a big expense right now. Let's double check our stuff. We can get better gatherers, which we are almost out of needing the gatherers right now, so that's not a super important one either. We can get the houses, which is important for installation work, but I think I want to get resourcing boosted. Thinking. I think automatons may be the next step, actually. Though I will be needing generator range as soon as we get some stuff. You know what? Let's get an infirmary out there. Yeah, let's get the big shiny toys. It'll be great. There you go. Generator's off. Heating's down. We're all okay. I was just doing a fast double check just to make sure. We are fine. And the kids are thanking me because I've just got the child shelters out. So yeah, that happened because when I first built them, I did not have enough shelters for all the kids, so they didn't say thank you. Now that I've got enough shelters, it said, hey, thank you, Mr. Nice Man, who is in charge of our fates, and on whose every choice rests our very ability to live. Yeah, thank you for actually caring enough to try and give us things. Also, infirmary mechanisms, maybe. I mean, the infirmary itself. Actually, can I build more than one infirmary? It does require, I think it's like 10 people starting out. The problem is it's 3x3 and it's a steam core building, but it is also more effective than the healing posts we're currently relying on. The issue is where to place it, and I kind of want to place it on the outer ring out here so that it catches the very edge of the level 4 generator upgrade. So that's kind of what I want to do. Or at least I think it'll catch it. I'm not entirely sure because I've never actually tried building it that way, that I remember. So maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it's also where the public house is going to be, where the cookhouse is going to be. But that also depends on the future and actually reaching generator range level 4. Which is another 2 levels away, actually. Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. Factory. Firing up the factory. We're going to get automatons soon. That's what I'm going to do. Frozen excavation. It has nothing of use. It was just a wreck. Okay, carry on to the rock gate. Problem is sometimes these exploration routes don't actually have people on them, so Yeah, it's a chance, really. Very much chance-based.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Ah, raw food and wood. Well-built Arctic base, but it looks like it was abandoned a long time ago. I was hoping for people, but no. Broken tree. Well, the broken tree is really close by, 8 hours away, while the cracked ice is 22 hours away. So we're going to go for speed, because if we can get far enough out, of course, there's the chance of steam cores. So you know we're trying to do that. It's also adaption. We've got an adaption waiting for us. The care houses would have to be in a permanently heated area, because if there's people needing them, they actually need to stay in them constantly. That's how they work. So maybe a new housing area, but hubs are expensive. Ah dear, we're running out of things I easily want. That's my issue. We're running out of things I easily want to get. I'll think on it, because we're actually at half hour though. So, we're going to end there. This is Brian Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. Hopefully we'll find some more people pretty soon. Though automatons will help with that as well. Oh, wait, those are full. We need more coal storage too. 21 days at current consumption. Yeah, that sounds about right. See you all later.